An Iowa congressman blocked from serving on any congressional committees and facing mounting pressure to resign. Tonight, we continue our coverage of the controversy surrounding embattled U.S. Representative Steve King.
Just hours ago, the U.S. House of Representatives agreed to a resolution of disapproval, rejecting white supremacy and white nationalism after comments King made to the New York Times. KIMT News 3's Katie Hinker is talking with voters to get their take.
Congressman Steve King represents many North Iowans. In fact, he has an office right here in Mason City. In an interview with the New York Times, the congressman questioned how the terms white nationalism and white supremacy became offensive. Now there are calls for him to resign.
I think he ought to step aside, and I think Congress ought to make it very clear he has no place there.
Today I talked with the people who King represents. Some who voted for him could not go on camera because of their job and the divisiveness of the situation, but they tell me they do believe King has the best interest of Iowans in mind and that his comments were taken out of context. King issued this statement saying the Times completely mischaracterized what he said. He says when saying how did that language become offensive, he was referring only to Western civilization, not to an evil ideology. But others, like Linda Fell, aren't buying it.
I think maybe if it was one time, it could have been taken out of context, but I think for many years he's said things that I think are very offensive, and I think this is just the icing on the cake, and I was really glad to see the actions taken. I think it should have been done much earlier.
Now, King's loss of committee assignments on the Judiciary and Agriculture committees renders him virtually powerless in terms of legislating, which could be a problem in 2020 as he already faces a challenger in that election. In Mason City, Katie Hinker, KIMT News 3.
As for what's next for the congressman, he has made no mention of resigning. If his seat would become vacant, a special election would have to be held to fill his spot in Congress.